Hey, what's up YouTube? Welcome to a new video today on In the Stars. So today I'm going to be talking about Sagittarius Decans. Alright? So first and foremost, I got to give a brief description of what Deacons are, because sometimes people may not necessarily know about different things in astrology, or sometimes people might not have watched my earlier videos where I talked about, the description on a deeper level of like what Deacons mean. So I'm going to give a quick little, rundown of what Deacons are. So Deacons are 3 10-degree periods in a zodiac sign. So each zodiac sign is divided by 3 different periods, which come out to be 10 degrees, which total out to be 30 degrees. Now each decan also has a ruling planet and a sub-ruling planet. Alright, so that was just a little quick description of what Deacons are. So now let's get into the Sagittarius Decans video. So Sagittarian Decans, or shall I say the first Sagittarius Decan, ruling planet is Jupiter, and his sub-ruling planet is Jupiter as well, because all first decans of each sign, sub-ruling planet is also their ruling planet. So with Jupiter being the first decan being Jupiter's, with being the sub-ruler's planet Jupiter, sorry, I had to get that out right. But yeah, so Jupiter is the planet of what? Luck, expansion, growth, prosperity, fortune, travel, law, philosophy, and I might be forgetting one, but it'll come back to me. But anyway, and optimism. Sorry. But so Sagittarian, so how does this affect Sagittarians, or the first decan in Sagittarius, shall I say? Now, something else that I mentioned in my earlier decan videos is that each decan is like the sub-ruling planet, the energy that each sign gets from its sub-ruling planet, it only enhances those qualities within each decan, within the signs, the zodiac signs of each zodiac. So how does Jupiter's sub-ruling planet affect Sagittarians? So this would affect Sagittarians in a way of, as far as, Sagittarians are known to be free-spirited type of people, which mean they like to do things their way. They like to move how they want to move, have their own train of thought, like as far as like what they want to do, how they want to do it, their way or the highway type of people almost. So with Jupiter being the sub-ruling planet, the first decan sub-ruling planet, this will only enhance those qualities, because Jupiter is the planet, like I said, is the planet of expansion and growth and travel. So this will allow them to want to grow even more, want to expand their horizons, want to move around, so to speak. Travel. What does travel mean? Travel doesn't necessarily only mean I'm about to go to London tomorrow to, I want to go to London more, or I want to go to, anywhere around the world, or anywhere around a different city or whatever. Travel just means, in astrology terms, could just mean moving your energy wherever you want to move around more, want to go, want to be more energetic in a sense of, as I said, more busybody like. You get what I'm saying? Like maybe I need to get out the house right now. They're more, and so they'll be more inclined to doing that, to wanting to just move around in general. But not to say that it doesn't also mean to travel outside of the country or outside of your city, state, or wherever, province. It also means just wants to travel anywhere. For this deacon of Sagittarians, they will be more inclined to desiring that want, or be more desiring more to actually going about and doing that. So that's first and foremost. They will also want to just grow more, as far as, because Jupiter is the planet of growth and expansion, so they will also just seek to want to always expand their horizons, as I said, always wanting to grow to be a better person, or what they see to be as better for them, so to speak. It also allows them to want to, travel, to want to grow in terms of money. They will be more money motivated, because not only is Jupiter the planet of travel, expansion, and growth, it's also the planet of prosperity, luck, and fortune. So these Sagittarians can be more money motivated. But again, that doesn't necessarily mean that these Sagittarians will always have more money than other Sagittarians, or have more money than any other zodiac sign, because this is also inclination, or inclining that they're able to lose money more, because Jupiter is the planet of expansion and growth. Like, think of a balloon, for instance. If you put a balloon up to your lips and you blow it and you blow it and you blow it, now it's growing bigger, it's expanding, it's growing to how you want it to. See, these Sagittarians grow, they dream big. They're big dreamers, because they want to keep that balloon growing and growing. But what will happen if you keep blowing that balloon after it's gotten so big, or after it elasted? I don't even know if that's a real word, but after it got big enough to the point where it's going to do what? Ready to pop, right? And if you keep blowing it, it will pop. So that's why these Sagittarians can also be more inclined to losing money, or fortune, or luck, even in that regards, because they will push things to the edge, so to speak. They're more inclined to pushing things as far as they can push them. You know, they want it all. They want to go as far as they can. This is a trait of these Sagittarians. There also I said that the planet Jupiter is the planet also that represents philosophy. So these Sagittarians will be more deep thinkers. They will think deeper, which comes with their visionary big dreams or big wants. They will think on a deeper level, or be attracted to people who think on a deeper level, like those type of conversations that's on deep thinking levels, because of that sub-ruling Jupiter planet is enhancing that already. Sagittarians are already that way, but that Jupiter sub-ruling planet is like doubling down on it. So it's making it more prevalent for them to seek that out, to want that, to desire that. The first Sagittarian Decans also could be more on the law side of things, and not necessarily saying again that they will be more inclined to being police officers or anything like that, but just seeking law in general. Like, I don't necessarily mean in government, if that makes sense, but just the way things are set up from any type of law, any type of governance, if that makes sense. But they can be more on the law side of things, or they can see, or they can feel justice, so to speak, or a sense of law for what they see it should be law, if that makes sense, because of that deep thinking mentality, and because of them being free spirit of doing things how they want to do it. They can potentially even take law into their own hands, some Sagittarians, with this deacon placement, because it's, or some Sagittarians in general, but especially with this Sagittarian deacon, because as I said, it's doubling down, so it's enhancing that energy. Another thing is, this can lead to be Sagittarians being more on the rebellious side, or these first deacon of Sagittarians be on a more rebellious side. As I said, doing things their own way, because that need to expand, that need to grow more, that need to want to roam free, travel. I mean, also Jupiter is the planet of happiness. So these Sagittarians will usually be more happy-go-lucky type of people, be more on the friendlier side, or more easy to get along with, or easy to approach, as Sagittarians are all known to be more jovial. These first deacon Sagittarians, this will be more enhanced with them. There will be more I'm not trying to say that they, like, you know, each, as I said, it depends on other aspects in your chart, but for the most part, when you're talking about a sun sign, with this sun sign, they will be more, these Sagittarians will be typically more on the friendly, or more on the jovial, happy, or appearing to be more happy, on the happier side of things. This also leads to them being more optimistic, because Jupiter is also the planet of optimism. So these Sagittarians will also be more optimistic, or can tend to be more optimistic than other Sagittarians. So that was it for the first deacon. Okay, so on to the second deacon in Sagittarius. The second deacon in Sagittarius are ruling planet, of course, always is going to be Jupiter. Their sub-ruling planet now is Mars. Now Mars, that's the planet of assertion, how you assert yourself, aggressiveness, determination. It even represents sex, your drive, things like that. Just pretty much that energy. That's Mars. Now, so how does this affect second deacon Sagittarians? Now, this will enhance Sagittarians' other traits, or their other traits. So Sagittarians, as I said before, Sagittarians are already known to be free-spirited people. These people with second degree Sagittarians, whose sub-ruling planet is Mars, of course, will be more aggressive when it comes to these things, when it comes to wanting their freedom. Like, these people can go out, can make sure they go all out of their way to make sure that happens. They're going to do it to the extreme, or want to do it to the highest energy as that they can, because Mars is the planet of energy as well. So they want to aggressively do all of these things, or have, as I said, either do it or have the desire to do it, have the desire to aggressively want to travel, have the more aggression when it comes to as I said, when it comes to being free, a free-spirited person, wanting to, did I say travel, or whether it's philosophize on things, or when it comes to education, when it comes to all of these different traits of Sagittarians will be enhanced in a more aggressive, in a more determined type of way. This is how Mars affects second degree Sagittarians. Okay, so they will also be more as Sagittarians. So Sagittarians are already known to be high in energy. These Sagittarians will be almost double high in energy, like they're really high, so to speak. They will have a great amount of energy in them because Mars is the planet of energy. And they will always, it appears that they do things, in an aggressive manner, in a more quick manner because of that high energy and because of that aggressive nature that Mars is feeding off into these deacons of Sagittarians. They will be more, as I said, they will go into things more and aggressive, they will go into things more aggressively, whether it's anything that Sagittarians traits are typically like. More into, as I said, Sagittarians are very, they're a fire sign, so that shows also passion as well as energy. So they will be, not to say more passionate, but they can be, and they will enter those things more aggressively that they feel passionate for. With their Jupiter sign being their ruling planet, they will go more aggressively about ways to achieve money or think of ways in a more aggressive sense. Not necessarily to say doing something bad, but they will be more determined, more driven, because that's also what Mars represents. It represents your drive into things, more sex oriented. These Sagittarians would be, whether if they feel passionate about love or about lust, they can be more driven into that direction, because Mars is also the planet of it also shows where your sex drive it lies, so they can be more driven into that direction, so that increases them to be more lustful type of people, as just anything, as I said, anything where you can think of a Sagittarius trait, this will increase that hunger in their trait, this will increase that drive in their trait, that energy into that trait, that aggression overall into that trait. So if you think about it, on the negative side of this, or the negative side of things, this can lead to these Sagittarians being more aggressive in their speech, so to speak, or more aggressive in their way of thinking, because they're already philosophers or can philosophize about things or like to do things their way. So this can lead to them being more argumentative because they're going to be more aggressive in their approach, or more aggressive in their actions. So this could lead to them being combative at times as well. This could also lead to them being more independent because they have that strong drive and that desire to roam free, as I was trying to say, have that more determination to roam free. So this can lead to them being highly independent or increasing, as I said, all of those Sagittarius traits when it comes to aggression, drive, determination. Also with them being more aggressive in their approach or more aggressive in their thinking. This can lead to them, another way of thinking about it, this can lead to them jumping into things too fast or acting before thinking. Even though they want to philosophize about things, want to think deeply about things, they can sometimes, this can lead to them sometimes going past that by going into things more aggressively, by maybe not looking at things thoroughly enough and just jumping into something without fully thinking it, being too aggressive, too assertive. So that's it for second degree Sagittarius. Okay, so third decan of Sagittarians. Their ruling planet, as always, will be Jupiter. Their sub-ruling planet is the sun. So, with the sun influencing the third decan in Sagittarians, these Sagittarians will be more ego-driven, shall I say, because the sun represents your ego. It represents your identity, your vitality, as far as that can mean energy or, just feeling full of life, so to speak. So pride, leader, energy, as I said. So these are things that are represented when it comes to the sun. So these Sagittarians will feel more, as I said, the second decan of Sagittarians can be on the more energetic side because their sub-ruling planet is Mars, but these Sagittarians also has that, combined with that feeling of more of joy than as the first decan of Sagittarians are, because of their double ruling planet of Jupiter and their sub-ruling planet of Jupiter. So as I said, these Sagittarians, the third decan Sagittarians, will also feel more on the joy and cheerful side because of that sun, that shining ability. They will appear to always shine, not necessarily in a sense of getting their shine as far as like winning, or even though it can attribute to that, but just appear to be more, on a sunny side of things, as they say. As I was also saying when I first said, is that they will be more ego driven. They will appear to stand in the center, as the sun is supposedly at the center of the universe. So or the center of our solar system at least. So that these Sagittarians will be more, excuse me, sorry, but these Sagittarians will be more, standing at the center, being like, letting their identity shine bright, and this will enhance the qualities of their other traits of Sagittarians. So when it comes to them being more free or whatever, or being more free-spirited, or wanting to travel, or expansion and growth and optimism, these Sagittarians will always seem to have a bright, cheerful side to that. But it will always, or not shall I say always, but it will be more inclined to being about them, because they will see themselves at the center of attention. Their egos will be high. These Sagittarians will be more prideful as well because of that sun. The sun also represents the pride that you feel. So because of that high ego, so these Sagittarians will feel more prideful in sense of receiving a higher education, in a sense of love for travel, whether it's, as I said earlier, whether it's traveling outside the home, or traveling outside the city, state, province, country, so to speak. They will feel more pride in that. Their ego will be a part of that, so to speak. So their ego will be a part of of their philosophical mind. So that not only would they think deep, but they would like to be highly regarded when it comes to those things, when it comes to a sense of deep thinkers. They will feel prideful about those things if people, if people see them in that way, or if they see themselves in that way, so to speak. So that can also hurt their pride though as well, if they don't feel as that they're amounting up to those things, because they're already so prideful, so ego driven, which can lead to them being more sensitive about things, or more on the side of, and not sensitive wasn't just the only word I was looking for, but I was looking for more something like more on the side of just wanting to have that image of them, of themselves inside of them, not necessarily when it comes to other people, but just when it comes to them in general, when they think about themselves, as I say, because this represents how you feel about yourself. The sun is what shines inside and outside of you. So it will also attribute to how people see them as well when it comes to these things. As I said, they will be very ego-driven or very prideful when it comes to. This can make them be more stubborn. That was probably the word I was just looking for. This could probably make them more stubborn when it comes to dealing with certain things, as far as wanting their freedom, or how they think, as far as their changeability, or when it comes to them wanting to be free, or even with anything, with when it comes to education, as far as knowledge of all things, or just the way they think, the way they want to do things. But this also leads to these Sagittarians be great leaders because of that high pride, high ego, that high self-identifying nature that they have. Because as I said, that the sun is at the center of the solar system, or the center of the universe. So they want to shine bright. They want to shine bright upon everyone. They want to let their brightness shine. That they want to let that energy, or the things that they feel prideful about, shine upon others. So this can allow them to be great leaders. These can allow to these Sagittarians being great leaders more than the other Sagittarians Deacon counterparts. What else am I missing? They will feel great pride into their finances, because the planet Jupiter represents prosperity, luck and good fortune. So they will feel very prideful about their finances, about their income, about gaining prosperity, or they will be ego. They will have ego drives or whatever when it comes to those things. Like they might be they might be on a little bit more materialistic side of things, because that's also what Jupiter can represent, because of that prosperity. And they might be, they will hold great pride into wanting to grow, wanting to expand, things of those natures. And as I said, their ego can take a hit or whatever when they don't feel those things, or those things aren't happening necessarily the way that they want them to happen, or people might not see that upon them, that their brightness might not shine upon them. But their egos can be so high that they might not even necessarily care, because they feel their ego, they feel sure about themselves, should I say. So this can also lead to them being more confident, these Sagittarians being more confident, as well as the second Deacon Sagittarians, because they have that high determination, high aggression, but We was done with second deacons. We talked about the third. So anyway, yeah, the third deacons can. This will allow them to do all of these things when it comes to, as I said, with pride, ego. Also, the sun also is said to represent the father as well. So these Sagittarians can have great pride when it comes to their father or somebody that they see as a father figure. So, if they didn't have that, if they felt, a certain kind of way about their father, a negative kind of way about their father, that can affect them deeply. That can, that can turn them, that can turn them, into bad, make them feel badly about things, or hurt their ego, hurt their pride, as I'm trying to say. So, that's pretty much it on third deacon Sagittarians. So, really, that's it for today. That's it for Sagittarius Decans. I hope you guys liked the video. If you did, as always, press the like button, press the subscribe button if you want to stay in tune for future videos. Click the description box if you want to follow me on my social medias. Click the comment section if you want to write a comment down below. And also, thank you for your time as always. And until next time, peace and love, y'all.